category finals, and all of these women have already qualified for next year's games in Athens, together with Sonia Waddell of New Zealand, who finished 7th in the B final, Dominguez of Spain, and Luthi of Switzerland. So Dan, will Nekova retain her title?
Well, it's interesting. I mean, she's not had a great World Cup series. She's been caught in the last 500, and it looked as if she was having trouble getting her fitness back after having a baby 2 years ago. But she's been looking strong in the heats and the semi-final. But what is you remember the wonderful battle that these two had at the Olympics in Sydney?
That's Karsten on the top
Karsten's
and Nekova
on the top, yes, and between Karsten, who got it by 1/100th of a second. It was a wonderful race that they had there. And here they are again. Karsten, because she's doubling up, she's in the quad as well for Belarus, and she tends to she would like to stay in the single scull. And she's out here now to prove it. She sits there through the heats, saving herself a little bit. That's why she's in the outside lane. But look at her go. That looks like Karsten is back to her usual self. She likes to get out. She's very strong, very rangy sculler, and she's now leading the pack by a good half a length.
And it's worth emphasising, Dan, that it's her time that's put her into lane 1 on the far side. But to counterbalance that, this is already a very fair regatta. We've seen success right across the regatta lake.
Oh, certainly right across the lake. I mean, the course is fine, but she's in the outside lane, really, because she's been saving her strength, trying not to overtax herself, since she's doing 2 events right through the regatta, the quad and the single. But here, she's unleashed it because she does want to make sure that everybody knows she is a single sculler and the Olympic champion. And there she's now nearly a length up.
Yes, going after Ekaterina Karsten, who's pretty well together with Rumiana Nekova. But here is the 31-year-old double Olympic champion from Atlanta and also Sydney, who also, of course, won the world title in 97 and 99, in between times beginning her family.
Absolutely. She's at 32.5 strokes a minute, and you can see her boat travelling really well. She really is an exceptionally good sculler. She's got all the right attributes, long levers, long arms and legs, but she sculls so well as well. But here, what a battle developing there between Germany and Bulgaria. Very, very tough here, and it's Germany just beginning to show a little bit there in lane 3. Ruchau just moving ahead of Rumiana. But yes, these two very, very competitive. These are the 3 best scullers in the world today.
Yes, Ruchau, who's been pretty consistent right the way through the World Cup, 28 years of age, massive success. She's been an Olympic champion in the German quad. She's been world champion in the single scull. This is the title that she really wants to win next year in Athens.
I'm surprised here at Julia Levina of Russia here, nearest to the screen there. She was silver medalist in 2001, 6th last year, and here she is trailing again. She's just not being competitive.
And also with quite a lot of work to do, Zhang. But Zhang's interesting because I remember her last year. She did come with a very late charge, but of course you can't give away huge lumps like a length or 2 lengths, which is already the distance she finds herself behind at this moment.
And look at Nekova now. Nekova is beginning to put pressure on Karsten. She's just beginning to eat back at that lead. Not dropped Ruchau, who's staying there very much in the picture as well. But on the far side, Karsten trying to maintain this lead against Nekova, who has taken back, just in the last 40 strokes, she's taken back a good half length.
And in fact, it's the Chinese sculler who, as you can see, is trailing the field by a long way. But Karsten now being tackled by Nekova on the near side. Ruchau, the meat in the sandwich between those two, still looking plenty comfortable, yeah. Ekaterina Ruchau.
Yeah, but very, very different styles there from Karsten and Nekova. Nekova's not a very big sculler. She's not very tall, but she's very strong. But you see, she sits low in the boat, but she has a big, long finish at the end of the stroke to push it on, and she's gone right past Karsten now. She's gone past her, and you can see the way that she sends the boat at the finish of the stroke so that she maximises the amount of time that the blades are in the water propelling the boat.
Well, I must say, Dan, I still remember that Sydney wait. What was it, 29 minutes? Something outrageous like that. And I think it was pretty outrageous that they didn't give them both a gold medal. And if that happens again, I think they should give them a gold medal each, because it almost felt like a manufactured 100th to split them.
You can see the difference in styles there now. Nekova just having a quick look across there. She knows at halfway here that she's pretty well got her. And here comes Ruchau now. Ruchau putting pressure on both of them. Three of them all have been world champions. One Olympic champion there on the far side. What a great sight there, those three great scullers.
Well, this is where Ruchow's got to go with Nekova, because, as you said, Dan, it was in the last quarter that Nekova faltered in her early World Cup regattas, then went away to try and sort herself out. Ruchow will be aware of that, and now she's got to try and put that pressure on Nekova to challenge her not only physically but mentally.
Well, Nekova will know that. She will know that the last two races she has actually folded in the last 500 metres, so she will be waiting for it, and she will be worried about whether she actually has that extra little bit in the last 250 metres to hold off the charge from the other two.
Napkova, still relatively young, a good sculler, and with possibilities for the future. Remember, she won the World Cup before the World Championships last season, but this year hasn't really showed up. So maybe we've got to wait another season to see the best of her.
There's a good shot of Nekova there. Look how she really does push that last part of the stroke. And she can feel, here comes Karsten again. Is this going to be Karsten? Because Karsten has great powers of recovery. She's been led before, and then she comes storming in at the end. So she knows too that Nekova has been suspect earlier on in the season there in the last 500 metres. So she is now making a really big attack. Nekova has seen it, she's responded, she can feel the pressure there, and look at these two go.
Yeah, but I tell you what, Nekova is moving every bit as fast as those two, and she's not letting them close on them. It's a battle for me, Dan, between Ruchow in the blue boat closest to you for that silver medal and Karsten on the far side, because they're surely not going to catch Nekova. She has gone.
She's gone. She really opened up there, saw the danger and moved right away. And Ruchow has now moved back on Karsten. And she looks like she's in the silver medal position, but no one's going to catch Nekova, who is really flying now. Look at her, 38 strokes a minute, and so sharp still, so sharp. Taking quite a lot with the arms there, bit of an arm catch as she takes the stroke, but look how she drives the legs.
So Rumiana Nekova coming towards the line. This has been an excellent performance by her. For me, Ruchow a little disappointing in second place, and that renewed charge, very short-lived, of Karsten at the end of the day. She takes bronze, but who's to say the order in 12 months' time will be as it is today. And then Napkova in fourth place, and Zhang just out sprinting Lavinia for fifth place.
Yeah, a bit disappointing from Lavinia. I would have expected her to be more competitive. She's qualified for the Olympics, but no questioning the winner there.